bara o gaf education si gatal, because gaf education moom mooy school yi nga xam ne ñu ngi nekk si Gambia Army bi mu isil ñu ko kon ñu ngi wax Sada jaajëf ñu ngi ko jaajëfal mënuñ koo fay ñu ngi ko ñaanal yàlla yàlla lim xam lim buga fu mu buga jëm yàlla na ko fa yàlla yóbbu so ci gàttal bala suñ commanda bi ñëw ñu commencé programme bi si gàttal rek li laa bëggoon a baaxee askan bi ñi nga xam ne ñu ngi teew so that ñu mun see for tuuti ñu ngi leen a ñaan tamit ngeen jégal ñu si xaarte bu yàgga bi both parents teachers ak dignitaries ñu ngi applaud ngeen mais ñu tuuti rek ñu commencé si suñu programme bi badi ngolong kami British Army atele Yundum fengol sambanang Gambia Army education system ni abe Yundum barracks jang sada ni ngabota churches town ne na lafta no Yundum fengo anin computer la anin kujama ko di balem asa dundino ala bunkono ala family kono but ako ata no aba sambala Gambia Army because afango mu soldier rolti afango mu soldier rolti so unto ngaje ay bading ya fasale so sada ay Yundum fengo be samanang pour Yundum barracks education system ni so that sata tema na school to kabo senior school junior lower basic nursery aning school mi alon ko imantara jang inshallah alon won siwo be lola gaf education is wide and then we all know that gaf education be daming school mi alon ko school be bambankane ba ke fango evidence ya itandi okay batunga danje ya
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب اللهم لا تجعل لنا في مكاننا هذا ذنبا إلا غفرته ولا هما إلا فرجته ولا مريدا إلا شفيته ولا حاجة من حوائج الدنيا إلا قضيتها يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.
Pastor Ben Badi to also bless this gathering.
The Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, all powerful and ever living God, we thank you for this great day. Father, it's not by our power, but it's by your grace we are here today. Father, we thank you for our lives. We also pray for Sada Sumare that God will continue to see him through in whatever he is doing. We also pray for GAF education that God will also see us through in whatever we are doing. We pray for the parents, teachers, students, that God will continue to guide us and protect us. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Lieutenant Colonel Kulute Mane, Camp Commandant, GAF Camp. Major Momodu Kamara, CEO, GAF Education Service. Major Nene Gomez, ECD Coordinator, GAF Education. Mr. Sada Sumare, that is our donor. SMC Chairman, Lower Basic School, Upper Basic School, and Senior Secondary School. Mothers Club President, Deputy 1 and 2 of the Upper and Senior Secondary School, Head Teachers, Lower Basic and Nursery School, teachers, parents, the media fraternity, the students folk of Yundum Barracks School, all protocol duly and respectfully observed. Good morning to you all. I am Warrant Officer Class 2, John Paul Correa, the principal of Yundum Barracks Upper and Senior Secondary School. I want, on behalf of all the head teachers gathered here and even those away, to welcome all of you to this August gathering, especially Mr. Sada Sumare, who is our donor, humbly chooses this environment to bring all that he have and share with his brothers and sisters. He chooses to partner with GAF Education, not because we are the best. He could have done it with other schools, but honorably, because he thinks GAF Education will not put him to shame and will also utilize what they have in the right direction. He chooses GAF Education. So with that, we'll thank him and also pray for much more honors that will come in future. All materials given are very important. You have educational materials, you have clothing, sportwears, and so on. To assure you, these materials will be utilized in the right way. As you have already seen, students have already started utilizing the materials, and in your presence, the materials will be distributed to the people who are supposed to have them, or whom the materials are intended to. You will never regret partnering with GAF Education, because we have a leadership that have a very good foresight, and they are always on their toes to see GAF Education at a higher height. Be it the armed forces, be it the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, who are always behind us to see us at the top. Our commandant also of GAF camp, who is Lieutenant Colonel Kulutemane, is also someone who is educational oriented, and we have seen what he is doing for the school and also his steps towards the success of the school. Again, thank every single person who is gathered here, especially Mr. Sada Sumare, the teachers, and the parents who are seated to witness this very remarkable occasion. In that note, I thank you all.
Thank you, John Paul Correa, for that eloquent speech. I think we've picked.
It's indeed a great joy for someone who is a Gambian out there feeling that, yes, I have something to do at home. That is to say, I have to plow back whatever I have to my people back at home. That is the sergeant here present. He looked back and said, yes, despite I'm not in the Gambia, but I can still do something that will help to benefit those who are in need. And for that reason, we have to say a very big thank you to him for looking back and selecting GAF Education in particular to partner with us. We are saying a big thank you. And for the beneficiaries, I know this thing is going to be, or is going to go a long way with you. All we need from you is to pray for the person who donated this, for his success out there, so that in another way or any other time that he's out there, you equally think of, yes, this is my school, I have to help. And I know it will happen. We like people who are like him, who will always look back and say, hey, let me do something for my country. We have so many people out there who can do it, but then he is the one at the upfront as of now. But all we need is to pray for him in whatsoever he's doing. May God open doors for him whereby he will be blessed at his work, his family, and anywhere he is. Come on, Sergeant Sumare, all you is always say amen anywhere you are, because I know with the little that you gave back, prayers will be coming for you to have a success in whatsoever you're doing with your family, at your workplace. May you go back as it is always said, he who gives is always in partner with God. So you are giving out to the needy. God will always see you through at your workplace or in your life. So we pray that you are a sergeant. By the time you go back, you also leapfrog to a different rank. That one will pray for you. And I know each and everybody here, or whosoever is going to be a beneficiary here, will pray for you. Even those who are not going to benefit, I know everybody cannot have, but then those who are going to benefit, and those not having, we still join our hearts and then pray for the sergeant here for a success in his lifetime. On that note, I thank you very much, and I say Assalamu alaikum to Sarah. May God see you through in whatsoever you're doing with your family, and let this thing be a stepping stone for you to look back to us again, as we are counting on you and so many people out there to help. We alone, GAF education alone cannot do it, but with donors or with people coming to our aid, life will be easy. So I thank you on that note for a job well done, and I said, may God bless you as you go back to your parent units and continue your job. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Andrew. Kansan? I know from here I'm going to be court martial. Success. That is registered today. We were saying education in the units. That was mid-90s in the battalions. But today we are saying Gambia Armed Forces Education Service. Thanks to Major Mamadou Kamara behind the steering wheel. At this juncture, I want to invite the main man, who is Major Kamara, to come and at least give his remark to this program.
Assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum. Good morning to you all. As the master of ceremony mentioned, it was during my time most of this development happened in the school. But it was not me alone. It was a team that I was working with, including himself, the principal, staff, and the parents of the kids in this school. So I thank my staff for the support and everyone who make this school to be how it is today. The camp commandant, Lieutenant Colonel Krudemane, Mr. Sada Gashama, the Dono, Major Nene Gomez, the ECD coordinator, the principal of Yundum Barracks Upper and Senior Secondary School, Mr. John Paul Correa, Mothers Club President, SMC Chairman, parents, teachers, our able gate men who are with us, the media, and all other protocols duly observed. I am Major Mamadou Kamara, the CEO of Gambia Armed Forces Education Services. Our gathering here today is all because a Gambian kilometers away from the Gambia reflect his mind as a serving member of another military decided to facilitate a 20-feet container of materials to Yundum Barracks School. Some of the materials are displayed before you, which are very much appreciated by the student, staff, and parents of this institution. I will personally say thank you very much, Mr. Sada Sumare, for choosing Gambia Offers Education to partner with. Education is very expensive and one person cannot run it. But education is also an investment. If you invest into your children in future, those children will take care of you. So I am urging every individual in the Gambia or outside the Gambia to partner with Gulf Education to make our dreams come true. That is, these children before you to be future CDS, future IGP, future Director Generals, and even future teachers of this noble country. So partnering with us, I said, Mr. Sada Sumare, thank you very much for this wonderful gesture. The information here will be transmitted to our able CDS and the hierarchy of the Gambian Armed Forces. My commandant will extend the message from the High Command. We are very much appreciative of the gesture. These materials are very needed and very useful to our administrative work. I thank you all for coming. I would like to end my remark here, then hand over to the Master of Ceremony for the rest of the deliberations. Thank you very much.
Put your hands together for CEO. Thank you, CEO. Those words are great. And Mr. Sergeant Sumare, for him to give his own remarks. Sir?
Good morning. I'd like to send my greetings to the camp commandant, Lieutenant Colonel Mane, and then the CEO of the school, Major Camara, the Mothers Club, principal, vice principal, and all teachers, and not forgetting my comrades as well in the barracks here. I feel today I'm at home because my daily life back in the UK is in a camp. So seeing all my comrades here reminds me of back in the troops again, which is always in my heart. This opportunity today, standing here in front of all the students, and all I can see is myself. I was once a student, and coming back to the barracks, I live next to Sarakunda School, which is next door to me. But the military headed and stuff that I have in me, I know what it takes a man or a woman to be a soldier. It's a tough time. And then the support that they will need. There's nothing better being here, walking in the camp, and then your kids are in the school. It doesn't only help the GAF, but it will help for recruitment and develop them as well. I've met few people. What they said to me is, I was born in a camp, so all I know is soldiering stuff, which is very good. So it will help them and help the country as well. They're in a school learning and they're in a military environment. They see everything. And discipline is always the key, as I tell them. I said, always try and focus, because they're the future. All these kids out here today, the CDS, the camp commandant, it's among them. You never know. So I never underestimate anyone. And then I would like to give them advices always. Today they're lucky. During my time as a student, we've never been lucky to have anyone coming to the school donating materials or anything. I could remember as a kid, my mom carrying the table and I carried the chair to go to school, or else you will not have nowhere to sit. But today they've got these expensive chairs with tables and everything. And I will always encourage them. Education is always the key. If it wasn't education, I would not be here today standing and talking in front of the camp commander. And all the senior leaders here sat here. And the future leaders are here. So try and always focus and respect your teachers. They spend a lot of time trying to educate you and empower you to send you out in the civilian world. And some of you are going to be in the camp here as a military officer or soldier one day. So I'd like to remind you always, Maximum respect always to your teachers. Show them love. If you have problem, you can always come to them and speak to them. But the respect should always remain there. And then work hard. Things don't happen just overnight. You have to work hard and study and get there. Like I said, all I see here today is myself sat there as a student and talking to people because there was a time I could not afford even a box, much less to bring all this stuff to the school today. So I'm very grateful, and I would like to thank many people as well, like the media house, especially Block TV. They've been the key people supporting everything that I do. And if it wasn't for the media, the power of the media, people will know. I've got people messaging me back from London asking me about this stuff already. And I don't want it to stop here. I'm hoping to do more stuff for the school and to help more kids as well. And I'm trying to do an interlink with Abali Hall School, with Yundum Barracks School. And Abali Hall School is a private school. And most of them, when I was doing the boxes, they came over and helped. And these are the parents, the teachers, and all sorts, they came. And some of the boxes, there are letters as well for the students that they can be pen friends. So where they can write to each other. These are all to build up bilateral relationship with them. And then we want to see the school grow to the point that not only because I'm a military and biased, but I want the school to be the best school in the country. And I'll take whatever it takes to help them. I will do whatever. We have to invest in our education system. This is the only way we can help the future leaders. Because these kids today here, they're the future. And I can assure you that you can keep this video in many years' time to come, and you will see one of them, or most of them, being in a position of power where they can do stuff. So I'm pleading to them. This is an eye opener. When you go one day and be in a position of power where you can help, always try and give back. Don't forget where you come from. I could have taken all this stuff and sell them. I live next to the market. But I think reflecting my life back as a kid encouraged me to do more. And this is nothing, it's just the beginning. I will always encourage more of my friends to try and do more, to give these kids a better life. And I'd also like to thank my commandant back in the UK, the people that I work with, because they've given me loads of time. I have a very busy schedule because I'm a personal assistant to a general, and it's never easy. We're always busy, but there's always time if you want to do good stuff and good deeds for your country. So without them, I would not have been able to do lots of this stuff. So I'd like to thank them, especially Lieutenant Colonel Jeff Brockhorst, who's one of the people that been helping me to pack all the boxes and do a lot of stuff. So I would like to thank also all the members here that took their time today to come in here and share this day, a very key day to be here just to witness this occasion. May God bless them all. And I encourage GAF also to try and educate this kid, not only the educational side, put the military stuff in them so we will have a stronger army. These kids are all bright kids. They will grow and be good soldiers. But it starts from here. We lead from example. If we're here in the barracks, we help them, we teach them. We can impose a lot of discipline in them. Because I know as a kid the way I grew up. And then when I went to England, the life I choose. But one thing about the military, it stays in me. Everything that I've done, some of those stuff I could never remember. But the military life has stuck in my head. And this is not the first time. I've been coming to this barracks for a very long time. I've been helping one infantry battalion, not to mention the armed forces football team, both male and female. So giving them football stuff and helping them all the time. Honored to be here today. Like I said, this is my home. I feel I'm home. Driving through those gates this morning and seeing all the troops standing and stuff, it brought back memories again. And I'm really grateful for the welcome. I would like to thank the camp commandant and all of them, from the heads, excuse ranks, and all the senior officers here, the Mothers Club, the parents that took their time as well. It's not a one-man business. Everyone played a part. So let's keep doing this to help our future generation. and inshallah, everything will come in place one day. And next week, I cannot forget the troops. So next week we will do the troops, where we will donate them some combat boots and some few stuffs, bags, and loads of stuff that they can use. You don't leave the soldier behind. Like I always say, you don't leave a soldier man behind. So we will equip the soldiers as well. We will give them Cortex boots, boots that they can wear and cross the river and their food won't get wet. They can do anything. We will give them bags, clothing, and all sorts. And this is not just the beginning. I've got the Army QM headquarters, Major George Campbell, who's a very good guy. And we're planning to do more stuff to the point that I will not walk around the barracks seeing a soldier without a boots. So we will feed them, clothe them, and give them everything that we could. And this is all with pride, happiness, to see that my fellow comrades are happy. Because before I joined the army, they say every man is a soldier. I didn't know that till I joined the army. And then I know not every man or woman is a soldier. You have to go and do those training because it takes a lot of sacrifice for you to leave everything from the civilian world to embark on the training and the transformation from civilian to military life. It's the best thing you could ever do. But civilians will know that, but they will never know that until you come and join us. And I encourage these kids when they grow older, don't just go. Come back and serve the military. This is your home. You grew up here. And you will understand the military life more than anyone. And may God bless them all and make them elders, future elders of tomorrow. And my last remarks is just to thank the teachers again. People underestimate what they do, but they do a lot of things. They spend all their time, all day here. They spend more of their life trying to educate someone, to empower them to go out there and represent us. If it wasn't for my teachers, I would not be here. If it wasn't for the army, I would not be here. The education side is good, but the army gives you a knowledge of for life. You can live anywhere. You can travel. You can do anything. But always, my last word would be, don't forget your roots. You go back anywhere. You can be in China, America, anywhere. Always remember there's someone back home that I can help. And there's nothing like a small help. Every help. So put this in mind. You've got this today. It's not a credit or anything, but I would urge you guys tomorrow, when you go and become responsible, don't forget, come back to the barracks as a grown-up man and give back. You owe them. You owe a lot of them. You owe these young kids as well when you go. So if we do that, we will have a better school. And my aim still stands. I want this school to be the best school. I want this camp here to be the best camp. People will come and join here because we will try and empower them, inshallah. And I will close from here now. So I would like to thank everyone once more again. And for people that organize this, we would like to give them a heartfelt of just to say thank you for everything that you've done. Because as a soldier, I know the troops will come in early morning to get all the stands and everything to get them ready. Because I was once there. Everything before it happens, it starts from the troops. So I'd like to thank the camp commandant for his time. He's a busy man, but he managed to schedule to come and sit here with us. So we're very grateful for your time, and we're very grateful for the troops as well for being here. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you, Sergeant Smare. I think
Famanga demba bolita. Famanga demba bolita. Demba mambori fafadaki.
Nyanchole.
Fafadaki sansamodala. Kesovanta munkobanta. Kabunyanjo te borla kila. Oko aye mariwo. Aye mari. Kelonona. Mariwo ye. Hello, Nona, Mario, Malambe Futa Killa, Keremama Yankee Wani.
somebody. Yeah, that is a strong, you see, the commandant who is a Nyancho, and the tune was specially played for him, Kabu. He is a Nyancho, but
John P. Korea, the principal of Upper Basic and Senior Secondary School. Nene Gomez, alias Nat, Education Coordinator, ECD, Mr. Mr. Sada Sumare, the main man in this issue or event today. We must salute you before we complete the protocol. The SMC chairman, lower basic and upper basic, and the senior secondary school. Mothers Club president, media here present, parents, teachers, and all other protocols duly and respectfully observed. I am Lieutenant Colonel Klutemane, the Commandant, GHU Camp. Good morning to you all. As I stand before you here to deliver on this special occasion today, I would like to bring the message from the Chief of Defense Staff, the Deputy Chief of Defense Staff, of course, not forgetting the service chiefs, both Defense Headquarters Camp and Joint Service Headquarters. They are very much pleased about this event, and they are seriously touched. And they asked me to convey this solemn message to Mr. Sada Sumare. The donation that you brought to this school is not a small event. The higher authority are very much aware of it because it was communicated to them from the school and from my office. And they are very much delighted and they admired what you did. In fact, the Chief of Defense Staff, in his humble self, said he would have just liked to be like you. And that is an administrator admiration that he said to you. And he wants to tell you, thank you very much for the donation. And you are recognized, and what you did is not a small thing. Thank you very much.
Mohan!
It's the value of education in this present generation that we are on. There is nobody who is seen as a great thinker when he has no education. The highly educated people, most of them are the administrators, both in civil society and in the military society. Somebody who stands without any duress directed to him and select from his heart that he is going to donate on such a magnitude, then it must be from a very kind-hearted somebody. The like of Sada Sumare will be the only person who can do that. And we cherish you for whatever you do for this school. And we did not stop there. You made it clear to the administration that this is not the end of your support to this school. You will further go to put all the students, or most of them, to have pen pal friends from the schools that you want to link them with. That is an achievement. And we give you a tap at the back, as the military will always say. Education cannot be underrated. Even your own child, you must stand firm to make sure that he acquires the right education for his future tomorrow. And in you helping us to reach that level, we cherish you and we say thank you, Mr. Sada Sumari. I will turn down to the students because I'm not here to make a long speech, but I will not put this mic down until I speak to the students who are listening here today. Education cannot go without discipline. And thank God the school is built in a military barracks where we expect discipline to be the operational daily situation in all military barracks. If we look at the situations today, students are not prepared to take discipline as it's supposed to be. Soldiers are teaching you, and these same soldiers are obeying all type of commands. The Chief of Defense Staff puts this very clearly to the officers' corps that if you dress in jeans and in t-shirts, it is not possible for you to enter the defense headquarters camp. Oh, sorry, to go to the defense headquarters. He made it very clear. This means that he's observing the moral attitude of each and every one of us. So in him saying that, we should also impose on the students that if they dress, they must dress in a very decent manner. No matter what programs you have, it should not change your conduct. You must dress in a very modest and moral way. If you fall below that standards, I will ask the military police to send you back, just as I just did yesterday. Students were saying they have what we call an inter-house, and some of them were dressed in changal to come to this camp. That is a no-go area. If you want to dress in changal, please ask your teachers to organize your picnic at the beach where we will not see you. But if you do it in the camp, we are going to turn otherwise, and I will stop each and every one of you who dress in that manner not to enter this barracks. Because you cannot come to this camp and make other children lose. We will not entertain it. But I will stand by that, and I will make sure that each and every one of you obey these rules. If you cannot, please look for another school where you can dress in any form that you want. Is that clear? So you must like it. We are not here to baby anybody. You should look forward to your own discipline. Because you cannot be an indisciplined somebody. Tomorrow you are a qualified teacher and you dress in that order and stand before your kids in the class. That will not tell well. So in as much as you are pursuing education, you should also try to train yourself morally, and then you must produce an attitude that is going to be admirable to the general public. On that note, I'm not here to give a speech. I'm just here to come and deliver the message from the defense headquarters to the donor. But I want you to put this at the back of your mind. Mr. Sada Sumari, we thank you as the Chief of Defense Staff expressed it. You are thanked, and thank you very much. May God bless you.
Good afternoon, Principal, Vice Principal, members of staff, teachers, invited guests, and my fellow students. I am Aissatou Jallow. I am here to read a poem entitled About My School. It goes, the reason for my school is because of the soldiers, those great protectors inside Army Yundum campus. Then my school is a great tool not for the fool. The soldiers I salute for making education parts of our lives. They are the reason why we strive, and we will not stop until success has to drive. We feel safe in their hands. They keep us warm together in a form. Unity is stronger than the norm, strongly formulated as the strong. Then the soldiers deserve our respect in every life aspect. Because in their side, we accept solidarity with everybody accept. Thank you all for your wonderful kind attention. Once again, I am Aisa Dijal. This is the point that I want to say on behalf of
Vice Principal, invited guests, and my teachers and my fellow students. Before going further, we would like to introduce ourselves for the benefit of those who don't know us. My name is Bintu Dimen.
and I am Amina Cham.
We are here to resign a point entitled Corruption.
Pintu hida mijo tung hida mijo hondu mijo tada.
I mean, my thinking capacity is always getting higher and higher every day.
Hey Bintu miro bula dunia kata wali nyam. Sorry, one day your time will come. Ni make ku. If you don't stop thinking, you will get sick because of thinking.
I was even given a high blood test, and the result so I am having blood pressure because of thinking. My thinking level has no limit. I am thinking the day I will go to the next world.
I am thinking and wondering how some African leaders are being killed by their fellow Africans. If I think how some leaders drink corruption, nepotism, tribalism like a child drinking lana juice. If I think how some be blinking their eyes, some will be rethinking how our country is drinking education, transportation, and cooperation side. We now need preparation and finally jubilation.
If I think of how some negative leaders will be sleeping while citizens will be thinking for them, they will be unthinking.
They will be ringing in their eyes, and there's some hungry people in their country. Let's help one another, for some need help, the sick need help, and some need try to push up. Hey, if you cannot help somebody, don't be an obstacle to that person. We now need leaders who are sovereignty.
I am thinking the day my friends and loved ones will be calling my name, I will hear them, but no response will I give. I am thinking the day my family members will buy a white cloth that we use to cover my body.
If I think how some drivers will be driving at the same time talking on phone, hey driver, I can even when sitting with people, they will be chatting, laughing while I am thinking about the day I will go to the next world. Thank you. In the Gambia, for example, if I say which tribe are you, you will either say Jola, Fula, Wolof, Manjago, Mandinka, etc. But for me, I am a Gambian. Justice cannot be justified if I don't justify it and give honor to whom honor is due. I go by the name Fatmata Sane, a representative of the mighty humanity one. And before I dance or wink into my topic, or before I fold my unfolding folder, I would like to say a very big capital GOODMORNING, good morning to you all. I would like to define my topic, which is tribalism. In my own understanding, tribalism is a combination of people being divided by tribe, corruption, inequality, injustice, and lack of discipline. First of all, corruption. Corruption is whereby there are people, for example, our government like our Gambia here. Rich people are getting richer and the poor getting poorer. Rulers are eating our money, traveling from one country to another, signing deals with president, ministers, and come with empty hands like a young youth suffering right now. Wait, let me take you to Conchita City. I quote this from a Latin man called James William Tatis Barnes, who said, Agus manas kaskastua, which means a country with corruption is like a car without no wheel. They struggle to leave the country and go elsewhere using a risky way. But what do they get in return? They are being disappointed and harassed, maltreated, and even brutalized. Just right now, any area you go, there will be men or boys jobless and have no aim to sit on gangsters blowing attire, saying Dobi dafa wow. Yena ko def mu wow, jog len ñu dem liggéey and stop sitting at gangsters saying dafa wow. They can take into your best and work for your motherland. Because we are the future leaders of tomorrow. As Rude Boy just sang, love is sweeter. When money enter, love the sweeter. As a student, I will also have this in mind, which is school is sweeter. When knowledge enters school, the sweeter. For that note, I thank you all for your wonderful kind attention. Gulf Educational Service, Honorable Donor, Sarah Sumare, and the team, head teachers, staff, invited guests, and my fellow students. My name is Banna Bad, the head girl of Yundum Barracks Basic School. Furthermore, I would like to express our sincere gratitude on behalf of the school for the aid that you offer to us. These items are going to be very useful to us. The clothing, which is a basic need, will also help in protecting us from dead and harmful weather, especially in this cold season. Finally, we are thanking you from the bottom of our hearts for the great effort that you render to us. We really appreciate the gusto on behalf of my fellow students, staff of Yundum Barracks Lower Basis. I am appealing you to the donors to assist the school with the photocopying machines, printer, and adapter. Once again, I thank you all for your wonderful kindness. I would also like to recite a poem titled about my mother. My mother, my mother, my mother. She is the one who carried me for 9 good months on her womb. Raised me for 13 good years, telling me what is good and bad. My mother, she is the air I breathe. Nobody can defeat her or to replace her. If you respect your mother, your life will be complete of joy. No matter how small she is, give her respect, and one day you're gonna count yourselves among the richest people in everywhere. Ni bama Ni bama ko ko lami nani ki kay ko na an kada filo to monetes game na sota lundu me to baduani barako sotala ike batu fana fata kata jimyala bade ko de ko to baduani nola. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Our mothers are very wise, whom have gone and fight for us to know what is life. When I turned right, I saw a young man acting bad to her mother. I turned left and I saw a young girl acting bad to her mother. I wonder, peace, they are our mothers. Let us give them love, respect, and attention. Hey, ananga tonya fonyo na badi ya fasabula. I learned something that a teacher is just like a candle burning which takes some other advantage. I thank you all for your wonderful kind attention.
Can go a long way in, at least, enriching his CV. Yeah. So we thank you very much. We cannot pay you. We want to appreciate these donated materials you've given, Gav. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. If there is another better word that we can use, we will definitely do. But for now, we want to say a big thank you.
Viewers, this is Blog TV. We have already witnessed presentation of materials to Yundum Barrack Lower, Upper and Senior Secondary School by a Gambian UK philanthropist by the name Sada Sumare. Sada is a sergeant of the British Army. We have with us the commandant of Yundum Barrack, Lieutenant Colonel Mane. How useful is this materials to you?
As we know, in this present generation, education is the key to everything. It produces the best quality of leaders in this world. So having this is going to give a moral booster to the students, and it's going to allow them to concentrate on education. And it's not only by education, because the way they are going to dress in these clothes that are given today here will show at least a modest way of a modern school of this need.
Okay, thank you. The benefactor, who is Sergeant Sada Sumare. Sergeant, why do you choose to present to Yundum Barrack?
Good afternoon. Thank you, Blog TV, for covering this program here. I choose the Yundum Barracks because I'm a soldier myself, and I know what it takes to be a soldier, especially here. I know what they need, and we want a stronger army here. So the only way we can do is educate them, give them opportunities at a very young age. And the commandant here is a good man. He just mentioned about discipline. We put the discipline in them and educate them. In future, we will have a strong leaders coming from the school. I choose this school for a reason.
What is the monetary value of the material being presented? In a nutshell, how much is involved in monetary terms?
Well, in monetary terms, it's a lot of money. Just to ship the container, it's £4,000. I'm not talking about the materials that are there, the computers and everything. Abeli Hall School is a private school. So all these stuffs are not cheap stuff. They're really valuable stuff, and most of them are new. They have not been used as well, which I think it will go a long way here in Yundum barracks, where I call my home. But it's a lot of money. Just the container itself is £4,000. And with help of the armed forces as well, we managed to clear the container through the ports as a charity. So we didn't pay in the clearance, but other than that, everything here, it's thousands of pounds.
You are a soldier, you must be very busy with your official duties. How were you able to try to get time for yourself to be able to work on your humanitarian activity?
Well, you always have to find time if you want to do good stuff, especially giving back to your community. I've got a very, very busy job, but my spare time, all I do is schedule stuff, load boxes, and get them ready just to help people. And if you have that intention, you will always have time. So this is the reason why today it's just another learning curve, seeing all these kids that will encourage me more to do more and have more time to give back to the country of my birth and to come back to the barracks here as a soldier to help my comrades. And these are not only military kids that are here. There's lots of civilian kids attending the school, and I'm very impressed today from what I've seen from all their points, and they speak good English as well. So if it wasn't for the teachers that are teaching them and the discipline that they get from here, they would not be in that position today. So once again, I'm very grateful to be here today.
What other areas are you interested in to give support?
Well, I do a lot of stuff, not only the education side, on the military side as well. I've been here, coming to this camp for a long time, and I've got my good friend here, Lieutenant Colonel Mboop, who's also a brother. So I've been coming way back, giving stuff to the troops, because like I said, and I've been doing this for a long time, and my intention is to do it more and more. And not only the troops here, the community that I grew up as well. I make sure the masjid is well looked after. I set up a WhatsApp group called Help for Churches Town, where we help our community with my brothers that are abroad. But I coordinate that to make sure that everything goes well. But I've got other commitments, the football side, and the armed forces football team, both male and female. Last year, I've given them loads of football stuff, from jerseys to football boots, socks, and all sorts. And it's not just one side. And I try to sponsor kids as well to make sure that they go to school. So at the moment, I've got 6 kids that I pay for them to go to school. So it's a universal, like I said, it's all over. It's not just one sector. But my focus is more to help more the military and to give back to them because they do a fantastic job. Like I just said earlier, it takes a strong person to just give up civilian life to say, I'm going to serve my country, to leave everything, to come and live here in the barracks, to do all the training, the commitment, and then you sacrifice your life because they will send them to war and not everyone will come back. So it's a big sacrifice. So as a Gambian, and as a soldier, I want to make sure they're well looked after, as a comrade as well. And I get treated here as one of them. And they're my brothers and sisters. Like I said this morning, when I walked through that gate, I feel like I was coming to my house, seeing the troops standing there, and everyone is welcoming. So it's not going to be on one side. I will be on every sector. And if there is anything here that I can do on another side, I will always come back again and work with them and with the camp commandant here right behind you.
This donation is part of a series of support that you have given to your country. How do you monitor to make sure that the material being donated are put into good use?
And they always make sure it gets to the right people. You cannot get a better officers like Major Camara and then the likes of Colonel Boop and all of them. I know the integrity. I will not question a soldier because I know it will go to the right people. And that's what they're doing today. Everyone's seeing everything. They could have just kept things, but we did it on the open. Invite everyone, invite our commander here. All of them are here to witness this, and it's going to the right people. And you see, kids are wearing the jumpers and everything, and this will make the school happy, seeing that the things that they're giving us, we're using them, and the plan is to get the school bigger, better, and to be the best school in the country here. I was amazed when I walked into the school, the amount of space that we've got here. All these things, we can transform them. we can put more stuff here, we can add more resources here and develop them. The future leaders are here with us today. These kids that you see today, few years down the line, they will be the camp commandant, or they will be the CDS, or they will be the president. They could be anything. But we have to empower them. And empowering, there's no better way than giving them education. You give them education, you give them everything. I can give them money, materials and stuff, but those will fade away. But with the knowledge with them, they live forever with that. And they can share the knowledge. That's why the teachers are here today, making sure they're well looked after. And I'm really, really impressed from what I've seen this morning. It motivates me more. And inshallah, there would be more stuff coming to the school, God willing.
Mr. Kamara, I heard you from this speech that a lot of development has taken place during your time, and of course you are supported by your team. And this materials has just been donated to you. What is your impression?
I'm very glad. I am the most happiest man today because all along what I am doing is to go and negotiate or get things for development of this school. So I manage, I coordinate and run the schools in the army. From Yundum here up to Basse, I am the man in charge of the education sector in the army, appointed by the Chief of Defense Staff. So my role and responsibility is to make sure that these schools are developed up to from nursery up to senior secondary level, which we have attained in Yundum barracks. Now our next target is Parafenya barracks, then Fajara, then Basse and Hamza barracks. But these materials coming to our school will help in the administration of our work, in making our work very easy. Because these computers donated, we don't have a single computer within our schools. Normally, when they are corresponding or writing to the office of the CEO, they write with pen. So these computers are very useful. And the clothes given to the kids, Mr. Sada Sumare has put smiles on the face of our children. These materials worth thousands of dollars. So, and he singled out only GAF education, Yundum barracks, within the schools in the Gambia, or within the cluster schools in the Banjulunin cluster. So we are very much appreciative and extend the regards from the High Command of the Gambia Armed Forces to him, through him to his people in UK. Education is very expensive. One man cannot do it. You have to have stakeholders, you have to have collaborators to help you through to get what you want to get for your children. So these materials, what they are donated for. We thank him very much for donating us these materials, and we promise that these materials donated will be put into good use. Inshallah. Rabbi. Yes, thank you very much.
Viewers, that ends this highlight, the presentation of materials to Yundum Barracks Lower Basic, Upper and Senior Secondary School by a Gambian British philanthropist by the name Sergeant Sada Sumare. Thank you all for watching.